We started out visiting where the new Reach museum's going to be, and then we went across the street to Columbia Park West. And then we came up to the Y Park and showed some of the stuff that the maintenance department's been doing. We took a couple Fridays and cleared out a lot of the trees that were up here on the shoreline so that we could get a better view of the river. Then we went down to the boat launch here at the Y and kind of looked at the shorelines there and how overgrown they were, and kind of talked about opening those up so that we could see the river and be more accessible to the river there, and talked about the usage of what people call the mud hole, and the relationship between the skiers and the fishermen. And then we went out to Columbia Point South, looked at where the old site was going to be for the museum. From there, we kind of went through the Abbott Shelter Belt, which we weren't really planning on doing, but it was a good idea, and kind of talked about those trees there, how they're at the end of their lifespan. And then we went to Shamna, talked about the different user groups and stuff, and kind of what things that they kind of are looking for, and what we could do to kind of improve that area. And
people on the commission come from varied backgrounds, even in age. I'm retired, we have high school students, we live in different parts of the city. Everyone is familiar with some of the parks everyone knows, Howard Amon, Leslie Groves, but otherwise people tend to know the parks in their own area. But all those parks come up to the commission, and at one time or another questions come up, we're trying to make decisions about things. And seeing the variety of parks and where they're situated and what they look like and how people use them really helps us make more informed decisions.
For Darren and I, who's also the other parks and facilities supervisor, we really just wanted to hear what it was that they had in their plans for a lot of these places that we went to. What's their vision that they can see, and see how it lines up with what we actually can do, and what we need to start planning for in the future.
These actually park tours really aren't related to specific things that are coming up. Most of the time it's sort of just a general thing that informs us better, but at a later time when someone might come to us, for example, with a park partnership proposal, and you think, all right, what park are they talking about? And someone, well, that's the one that. Okay, I know what they're referring to. So it's really not that we're usually going to a park when there's a specific issue. It's really much more of being aware so that when issues come up, we can talk about them.